Hello, I'm Charles Fisher of FishDuck.com. Want to know the basics of the Oregon offense in just a few minutes? This first tutorial is meant to be a foundation covering the crucial components that make the Oregon offense special. You're going to learn more than 99% of Oregon fans and 100% of the sportscasters that cover Oregon football. I spent 12 hours one weekend alone studying the differences between the inside and outside zone read, and you're going to learn it in just a few minutes.
This is geared to the casual fan who wants to learn a little more about the Oregon offense and enjoy the game more. They will better know what just happened when they looked at the replay after a touchdown. The formation in the backfield is one of the two primary indicators that tell us whether it's an inside or outside zone read, which are the two basic plays the entire offense revolves around. See how the running back is behind the quarterback? That's an inside zone read. See how the running back is to the side of the quarterback with this play? That's an outside zone read. See that? It's an inside zone read back to the side but behind the quarterback, while the outside zone read is nearly even with the quarterback and to the side. See that? Inside, outside, inside, outside. This is the darndest thing you're ever going to see. Chip announces the play in advance. Against Stanford, they've got 8 in the box, yet even with that we have a man-on-man blocking, or hat-on-hat as they say, and we go in for the touchdown even though they know it's an inside zone read to our right side. When we're lined up in this formation, it's always an inside zone read. It's been that way for 6 going on 7 years, and our opponents know it. Look at this play against UCLA. We're lined up initially with an inside zone read going to the right, and they know it. And then watch what happens when Michael James shifts over to now threaten an inside zone read to the left, and what do? They shift. They know exactly where the play is, and consequently that's why they stuffed it. The inside zone read is the foundation play of the Oregon offense, as everything starts with this play, and success with the outside zone read depends upon the threat of the inside zone read. Thus, it all starts right here with the inside zone read. Look at the path of the play. It is intended to go between the guard and the tackle, effectively an old dive play. That's not hard to defend if you're the defense. Just jam the middle of the play side. Well, now, what is the play side? It is the side of the offense that the play is going to. Inside zone read to the right, thus the play side is the right side of the offense. The back side is the opposite side the play is going to, and that makes sense. The zone read adds another element to the play, and that is the backside zone read of the defensive end. Sometimes it is the defensive tackle, but that is another video. What is zone reading a defender? Well, it's what we used to call optioning a player. When we ran the old option attacks, we would option the defensive end or tackle. Now the verbiage is zone read, meaning that whoever occupies that space or spot is being optioned or zone read. We react to what he does. It is common that we zone read the best defensive lineman or linebacker, thus we negate his effect on our offense. If he stays put, then the running back has the ball and running away from the defensive end. If he chases the running back, then the quarterback pulls the ball and runs through the slot where the defensive end was. So it doesn't matter where the defensive end goes, the ball ain't there. As a defensive coordinator, you don't want the quarterback running down the backside of your defense, yet you don't want the ball in LaMichael James' hands either. Most defensive ends will stay put to prevent the quarterback running through the hole they just vacated. When that happens, the quarterback is going to hand off to the running back, which is what Chip Kelly wants. So now we have stretched the defense out with the zone read on one side and where the running back is going to run on the other side of the line of scrimmage. There is something much more subtle and yet important that is one of the primary reasons for Oregon's success running the ball since we went to the spread offense. When you don't block the defensive end on the backside of the play, the blocking responsibilities shift over from one offensive lineman to another over to the play side. That means we pick up an extra blocker on the play side, where the play is going. That is huge. If we can get everyone covered blocking, hat on hat as they call it, on the play side, then it shoots our running game through the roof, which in my mind is the principal reason we became one of the nation's leading rushing teams. How do you defeat this offense? The same way any other offense is defeated, and it's simple. Defeat the blocks. Because we announced the play, we have more negative plays losing yardage than anyone else. Yet that is what makes us most explosive. What? It is the overreacting by the defense to where they know the play is going. A big reason for the success of the play is because we announce it in advance. Defenses overreact to where the play is going, and it creates huge gaps elsewhere. they can't defend the entire line of scrimmage. The running backs in this offense are to check the gap we're attacking but take a quick look around. If another hole opens up elsewhere that's better, he has the green light to go for it, and they do. In the Civil War game, we see how we're doing an inside zone read to the left, but the Beavers immediately see that and they move over as quick as they can. That immediately opens up a hole to the right as Darren Thomas is zone reading the defensive end, and you can see Barner with his footwork how he starts to move to the left inside zone read and then cuts to the right in the open hole and takes off. It's a great example of the defense overreacting and opening up a hole on the other side of the line of scrimmage. You actually accomplished three things at the same time. You pick up a play side blocker, which is a massive advantage as I've spoken of, and you often negate the best defensive line on the other team with the zone read, and you stretch the defense by making them defend the entire field, all of that from announcing an inside zone read in advance. The objective of the play is to run to the opposite side of the field from where the running back begins, seal the edge with our blocking, and turn the corner and explode upfield. It doesn't happen quite like this very often, but when it does, it is because of blocks like this crushing one by David Paulson. It doesn't happen very often that way because defenses know the play is coming, and they become very good at defeating blocks and stuffing it before we can seal the edge. Again, we lose more yardage than anyone because we announce the play in advance. The overreaction is something we count on, as it leads to huge plays right up the center of the defense. Look at this outside zone read starting to go left, and the defense overreacts outside, and it opens a huge gap in the middle, and then Barner ends up cutting to the opposite side of the field. We're running an outside zone read to the left, but LaMichael sees an opening and cuts back toward the open lane. Now that is how we get these huge weird holes appearing out of nowhere. The defense can't cover the whole field. If we line up in an outside zone read, then that is what it is, and the running back has the green light to run to the best open hole, even if it's in the middle of the field. If he's running there, it is because the gap opened up due to the overreaction of the defense trying to stop us going around the corner. Thus it was the outside zone read that brought the gain about.
Now, you will know that the defense overreacted to an outside zone read and it created a gap to the inside, where the defense loaded up to stop the inside zone read and it created a massive hole somewhere else. Isn't it fun learning about our beloved ducks? I'm Charles Fisher, FishDuck, and for more videos and reports, come to FishDuck.com.